The storm's winds were so powerful that it knocked part of the roof of this house off, sent wood like this into this car, and smashed out the back window of this other car. We're not there yet, but if we don't get the rain we so desperately need, it could affect what we put on our kitchen table. So you'll want to grab a pen and some paper because these chicken nuggets could be in your freezer, and if you eat them for lunch today, you could get sick. 500 people have come through. We've just got that word just a couple of seconds ago. It's moving very slowly. The rain is coming down. We can hear it off and on our roof here at the station. Well, Heather, Darrell Harris will face a judge later this morning, not only for what he's accused of doing, but also what he said. You know, the sun is coming up now, and you can see the haze over the city. We want to show you what it looks like from our sky cam. That is not cloudiness. That's that haze. It just makes it look like it's cloudy, but that just shows you how hot it is outside. The app owner has a special password in order to get in. Without it, calls and texts from anyone on the list disappear.
As you told me to take notes on this, Deon, so I'm ready.
So you got your pen?
Yeah, I've got it right here.
Okay, now, have you figured out where we're going?
I didn't even think about it.
We'll talk about that in a second. One of the biggest travel secrets in the industry, I'll keep it a secret just for a few more seconds.
I mean, we're neighbors.
Faye Coleman and Charles Townsend know the true meaning of friendship. After weathering Saturday's storms, they, along with neighbors, are helping each other clean up.
Family and friends have come through and bought tarps and just really rallied together.
What's described as a tornado was seen in DeWitt and ripped the roof off of Faye's home. Her 16-year-old son was inside as the twister moved through. He knew to run for cover.
He was in the closet with a mattress pulled over top of him. As long as my child was fine, I was really happy.
The storm left behind more damage at Charles's house.
We saw the tornado. It touched down here at the pond. It blew down trees, all the sheds, buildings down here. It tore down. It took the roof off, everything.
The storm's winds were so powerful that it knocked part of the roof of this house off, sent wood like this into this car, and smashed out the back window of this other car.
Trees, wood it didn't break off. It just popped them out, right at the ground.
And it wasn't just trees. In the Five Forks area near the battlefield, this power pole just snapped, leaving power lines on the ground. A barn's roof blown off, the siding tossed into a tree. With all the damage, everyone back in DeWitt thankful no one here was hurt.
One good thing, didn't anybody get hurt.
Yeah.
So that's a plus.
That's a plus.
All this stuff can be replaced,
Exactly.
but, didn't anybody lose a life, thank goodness.
Faye and Charles prepared to finish cleaning things up Sunday morning. You're looking at infidelity in the 21st century. It's called CATE and stands for Call and Text Eraser. It does just that, erases any chance for your other half to find out who you've been calling or texting on your cell phone.
It intercepts calls and text messages from people on your list and stores it within the app.
Philip Imler is a cop-turned-app creator. He came up with the idea after a cheating friend's phone was hacked by his wife.
I had a good friend of mine who went through a divorce because his wife was finding things. They could block certain people that they wanted to block at certain times, and a fortunate benefit of it is for people who do cheat.
The app owner has a special password in order to get in. Without it, calls and texts from anyone on the list disappear. You can also select an icon that will serve as the app, a decoy for anyone trying to go through your phone. Folks we talk to say they're not buying it.
There's definitely a trust issue, so you probably shouldn't be with that person in the first place.
That leads into trouble. Then you try to hide something from her, or you know you're doing something wrong.
Despite those feelings, there's support online.
Now my boyfriend and I can just enjoy our time together, and he doesn't have to worry about me talking to other guys.
Complete honesty is definitely always the best policy.
In just 2 weeks on the market, there have been at least 500 downloads at $2.99 a pop. And although it's an early success, the man behind it isn't necessarily pushing people to buy it.
I don't condone cheating, no.
Deon Guillory, NBC 12 News.
Getting the diagnosis and
Trying to hold back the tears, Ramon Bessix remembers January 3rd, 2009, the day she found out she had breast cancer.
At first it was devastating, but I didn't want my husband to know how much it affected me because I always had to be strong for him.
During her radiation treatment, Ramon lost her hair.
I didn't know how people would perceive me. I didn't know if I would still be considered attractive, especially to my husband, because this is one of the things that he liked. And he told me that, you're still here. you're still the same person on the inside.
Support from her husband so strong he was the one to shave her head. 2 months later, her hair started to grow back.
And I can tell that he loves me and he is concerned about what I'm going through and that he doesn't want to see anything happen to me.
One of Ramon's biggest supporters was her supervisor at work, whose office was just a couple of steps away from hers, behind this door. Emmanuel Wright, you see him on the far right of this picture. He's the man Ramon jokingly calls her work husband.
He didn't ever feel sorry for me. You know, the way people have sympathy and treat you as if, oh, you poor thing. No, but he does understand when I don't feel well.
She also found understanding through the Komen Foundation, a group she calls her saving grace.
They have touched my life in a special way, not just through their resources, but just through their love and their compassion, their caring, their sensitivity.
Ramon plans to be on Browns Island May 7th to take part in the annual Race for the Cure. And for her, it's all about living life to the fullest.
I learned not to let the cancer define me and to embrace the second chance that I've been given in life.
In Ettrick, I'm Deon Guillory for NBC 12 News.